You can call radio station KRDR. They'll tell you where you can get that magazine. There's Bobby Jaggers getting in the ring. Yes, sir. Big man from Schertz, Texas. It's going to be Schertz, Texas, taking on Cuba, Havana, Cuba. And if you've been watching the past few weeks, you know what this man calls himself the Cuban Assassin, what he's done to the adrenaline around the Pacific Northwest. You can tell by the crowd reaction, he's working his way through the crowd right now. This man's an animal. He doesn't care what he says about anybody or anything about the United States. Now the crowd starting their USA chant. You hear that? USA chant. Yeah, that's getting to him right away. Sandy Barr in the ring. Promoter Don Owen getting into the ring. We have excitement in the air. Here's Don Owen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first event this evening will be one fall. Introducing in this corner, 238 pounds, the Cuban. His opponent in this corner, 250 pounds, from Texas, Cowboy Bobby Jaggers.
Hey, Cuban, I want you to know one thing, boy. You said something last week on TV about the United States being losers. Well, Daddy, I'm a Vietnam vet, and I was no loser, and I'm going to prove it to you.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, next Tuesday night, Billy Jack is taking on Kendo Nagasaki in a kendo stick match. It should be a real wild, brutal affair, so don't miss Tuesday night.
We'll be telling you more about that in just a little bit. The Cuban Assassin on the back treadmill right now, and he's going to bail on out of there. I don't know what would really be safer for him, inside the ring with Bobby Jaggers or outside the ring with the crowd. Referee Sandy Barr starting the count on the Assassin from Cuba. And the crowd, of course, chanting USA. I cannot believe this crowd. There is wall to wall. Now there's somebody in the back there at the sign that says USA all the way. Can you imagine what's going to happen if the Cuban is still here when Sergeant Slaughter comes in? Oh, mercy. Top wrist lock by Bobby Jaggers, powering down on that. Oh, Jaggers wears his ring wars on his forehead, all those battle scars. Now powers the Cuban down. To the delight of the crowd. Now going to wrench a little bit on that left arm, twist that wrist back, possibly step on his face. And brings that knee down right into the shoulder. Now he's going to twist some more, creating the weak spot. And he'll work on that left arm now, Bobby will. He's working on it now with his elbow. The Assassin, the Cuban, comes back with a couple of shots of his own. Bobby just twists and yanks a little bit on it. And the Cuban probably doesn't even like the word yank. But that's what's happening to his arm right now. Here comes another elbow on the shoulder. End of the armpit. Doesn't that feel good? Twisting. Cuban goes for the hair, and Sandy Barr goes for the hair of the Cuban. Cuban again going for the hair, backing Jaggers into the ropes. The shot into the ropes, and Cuban misses with that one. Here's Bobby Jaggers with a body slam, coming up and down. Yep. One arm drag by Bobby Jaggers. Oh, Jaggers is ready. Last week, the Cuban, he got as nasty as he's been yet with his verbal abuse to the crowd, to the Pacific Northwest, and to the United States in general. And it didn't take Bobby Jaggers long to ask for this match tonight. He wants the Cuban. He figures he's got a score to settle with this man. For everybody. Still working on that left arm. Cuban grabbing Bobby Jaggers' hair. Bobby Jaggers still working on that left arm of the Cuban. He's got that thing stretched out. And applying pressure with his right hand and arm. And now he's going to apply some pressure with his knee. We'll be reviewing our wrestling calendar after this match. So if you want to find out where the professional wrestling action is going to be throughout the Northwest, stay tuned. Get a pencil and paper. You're ready to take notes. The crowd yelling, yes, Bobby, go ahead and do your thing. The Cuban trying to fight back and break that hold. He just about had his face broken on that one. Bobby Jaggers, oh, baby. Hard smash to the left side of the face. Here we go. Into the turnbuckle. Yes, sir. And there goes another one. Oh, he'll feel that one back to Havana. Yeah. That just about puts your cigar out every time. The Cuban definitely reeling right now. He's got some cobwebs in his head. Bobby Jaggers once again with that arm bar on that left arm of the Cuban. Going to town. He's really been working on this guy since the opening bell. Bobby Jaggers. Yes. The crowd cheering him on. Offering some suggestions. Oh, Cuban just caught him right flush on the chest. On the chin. There's one on the head. There's an elbow on top of Jaggers' head. Cuban comes down with another elbow. That broke the hold. And a rake across the face. Jaggers in the corner. No, you can't turn your back on this man. No. Now the tables are turning. The Cuban is the aggressor right now. Crowd chanting USA. Yelling USA. Now what that could do is really distract the Cuban and really pump Bobby Jaggers. Jaggers is staggered right. Oh, he's bleeding on the forehead. The Cuban has opened up some of that old scar tissue on Bobby's forehead. Now the Cuban is biting him to open up some more. I don't know why they feel they have to do that. That's another shot on top of the head. Here comes the flying mare. The Cuban coming down on the knee, on the chest. Cuban going for the pin. 1, 2, and Jaggers kicks out. You can see Jaggers' forehead. There you go, Bobby Jaggers back with the right hand, right into the midsection. Oh, he just nailed him right in the face. The Cuban comes back. Both men just going at it with fists right now. I don't know what the Cuban is doing. There's another elbow on top of the head. Well, the Cuban was really stunned by that one shot from Bobby Jaggers. But now Jaggers being stunned by repeated shots from the Cuban's fist, and then into the turnbuckle. Comes an arm whip into the ropes, coming off the ropes. Oh, man, he just nailed Bobby coming off those ropes right in the chin. 1, 2, Jaggers kicks out. There's no way Bobby Jaggers wants to face a 3 count from this man. Jaggers tells Sandy Bar, just leave me alone. Let me at him. Jaggers coming back. He's taking a pretty good beating now from the man from Havana, Cuba. Oh, a neck breaker. This could be it. This Cuban Assassin going for the pin. 1, 2, and Jaggers kicks out. Oh, I think the crowd had a lot to do with that. 8 times out of 10, you'll see a 3rd count on that neck breaker. Bobby Jaggers kicked out. The Cuban biting again on that forehead. Oh, trying to open up more of that scar tissue. The blood's flowing pretty freely now from Bobby Jaggers' forehead. There's another shot on top of the head. Jaggers coming back with a jab. The Cuban jabbing. The jabs of Jaggers really have an effect. Look at that. He's rocking, he's rolling, he's reeling. Jaggers, one more time. Yes, sir. One more ought to put the man down if Bobby can muster the strength. He's got it. He just barreled into him with his shoulder. I don't know what's keeping that Cuban up. There's another shot on the chin, but his beard blocked most of that. There's another one. I think you got to get to his face. Now the Cuban coming back with another right hand. I don't know what kept that Cuban up there. There comes Bobby Jaggers outside on that other side. Oh, I know he landed hard on that concrete.
8 minutes gone. 4 minutes remaining.
I think anytime you hit the Cuban on the chin. He doesn't feel that a whole lot because that beard, he's got so much hair. He got so much beard there. Oh, man, he just threw Bobby Jaggers face first into that steel pole over there, that steel post. Now the Cuban feeling pretty good about things. The crowd letting him know how they feel. Bobby Jaggers just kind of rolling back into the ring, and he just took a foot from the Cuban. Now the Cuban, there's another kick. Bobby Jaggers crawling around, getting to his feet. That's the crowd providing that fan power. You know, Bobby's got to feel that. Here comes an arm whip into the turnbuckle. Bobby Jaggers taking a pretty good beating now from the Cuban. There's an elbow right on top of the head. Cuban moving in. Here comes another arm whip into the turnbuckle. And Bobby Jaggers is out of the way. And the Cuban caught the turnbuckle. Caught it on his elbow. That gives Bobby Jaggers some recovery time. Look at the look on Jaggers' face. Look at this. I think it's... There's a shot right in the middle of the face. There's another one. Caught him on the nose. Elbow on top of the head. Those are having an effect. That's having an effect. Right on. Yeah, there's one right smack on the schnoz. Bobby Jaggers really working on the face of the Cuban. Oh, it's the Hangman Special. This is it. 1, 2. The USA has won. Bobby Jaggers has defeated the Cuban Assassin with the Hangman Special coming off those ropes. Woo, baby. Oh, a lot of these people are on their feet right now. Oh, they love that. Cuban can't believe what's happened to him out there. Bobby Jaggers victorious over the Cuban Assassin in our first match tonight. Well, we got a lot more where that came from.